I've been trading now for the past 6 years, and for the first 2 years on the journey to becoming profitable for me were absolutely chaos. Like I'm blowing through $50,000, I'm revenge trading, I'm over trading, and then that leads to analysis paralysis and all those things. Because like many of us, we go into trading with the wrong ideas and we're focusing on the wrong things. So these are the main things that I wish that someone could have told me back then to help me through that 2 year period of just absolute chaos when I had no idea what I was doing, and multiple times I just wished that I wanted to quit. And there was actually a period there for 3 months or so where I actually did stop trading because it just got too much for me. And the first thing that I wish that I knew back then that I know now was risk management, because when I first got into trading, all I was focused on was making money, because you see the videos online and it's like make $5,000 in 2 minutes, and this is so simple and this is so easy, and they always just are focused on strategy, this strategy that it's all strategy and making money. But the essence of trading isn't trying to make money. The essence of trading is protecting capital and risk management. And if I had have started out trading focusing on managing risk and protecting my capital, then I wouldn't have been so focused on profit taking and trying to make money, which in turn cost me a lot of money. Because for me, I had no idea about risk management. And for example, this is literally what I would do. I would take $1,000 and I would load the account up with $1,000, and I would put a trade on with 100x leverage, because I would think, well, price only needs to move 1%, then I can make $1,000. Every single time I got stopped out. And because I was just thinking about, oh, you just need one trade. Because a lot of people online, they'll say, you only need one good trade to make it back. And that's what I had stuck in my head. And I would think, one good trade, one good trade. And then I was waiting for that one good trade to show up, and then 50 grand's gone. And I'm still waiting for that one good trade because I wasn't focused on risk management. All I was sort of focused on was trying to make money. But if you shift your mindset to risk management over trying to make money, there will be a massive change in your trading, because that I guess that's the attractiveness about trading. It's the promising of this flashy lifestyle, Lamborghinis, making money. 19-year-old has made $2 million this week, and all that other stuff. But it just sells you a lifestyle, and that's what I would get caught up in. And I was just watching these videos and looking at this lifestyle, and I was like, yep, in 6 months I'm going to move to Dubai, I'm going to have this, I'm going to have that. But in reality, within 6 months I'd lost my life savings and I was pretty much down and out, and I had nothing left. So trading can be not trading can be, trading is very, very risky. It is very dangerous, and you have the capacity to lose absolutely everything if you don't know how to manage risk. And on the topic of risk management, the idea that I had was that I didn't need to get a demo account. I thought that I could just go, like, I thought I could just jump straight into trading and then start making money because of everything that I'd watched online. But to learn how to manage risk and execute your system, you need to be on demo for 6 to 12 months. Like, I know you might think, why? I can make money, and you want to skip the learning phase and you want to do this and you want to do that, but you need to be on demo for 6 to 12 months minimum. Like, what's the rush? Like, realistically, if you think about it, if you have the chance and the ability to make millions of dollars like that with the press of a button, what is 1 year or 6 months on a demo account to collect data and learn how to trade? Instead of trying to jump in feet first thinking it's easy and underestimating trading because of everything that you've consumed online, manage risk and just focus on collecting data and building risk management, and learning that trading isn't about making money, it's about staying in the game long enough for your edge to play out. So I guess that's the second topic. It comes down to which is strategy and your edge. So you have a strategy, and if the strategy doesn't work once or twice, or if you have a loss, then you think this strategy is no good, so you strategy hop, or you add another indicator, or you look for another confluence, whatever it might be. But you need to understand that no strategy has a 99% win rate. And when you go into the markets, you're focused on just winning. You want to win every single trade. You don't want to lose. It's just win, 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 win. I went into the markets with this mindset and I didn't even factor in losses. All I was thinking about is if I make 3 winning trades this week, I can make this much money and then I can quit my job, I can move to Dubai, I can do this, I can do that, and I can live the lifestyle. But it doesn't really work that way. And then as soon as you have a loss, or if the market goes against you, or if you have a series of losses, right, you think this strategy doesn't work, I don't know what I'm doing, so you look to add more confluence to the strategy. So like our initial reaction when we have a loss is to find more information, find more like protection, I guess you could call it, because you want to protect yourself from a loss because no one wants to lose and we're programmed to be winners. But the reality of trading is that there's no such thing as 100% win rate. And I think as well, like it's just the way that the trading industry is portrayed. It's portrayed as like 100% win rates, these golden strategies that, you know, never lose and they make thousands of dollars in 5 minutes and it, you know, looks really flashy, but that's not really how trading is. And that's what lures people into trading because you didn't get into trading going, oh, I love risk management. I love protecting my capital. That sounds so fun, having patience and waiting for a trade to set up. Like no one gets into trading for that reason. Everyone gets into trading for the flashy lifestyle, the quick cash, you know, the 5 minute, $10,000 trades, whatever. Like that's like in reality, like that's why people get into trading. Like no one's getting into trading for the boring stuff. But the like the concept of boring trading is good trading because if your trading is boring, that means you're doing it right because majority of traders are trading emotions. But if you're trading logic, you're waiting for your setup to appear, you're being patient, you're having discipline, it's boring. Like trading is boring. For me, it's so boring. All I do is swing trade. So I'm literally spending most of my time waiting for a trade and then I enter the trade and then I'm waiting another week, 2 weeks for the trade to play out. Like it's boring. Like there's nothing, like it's not supposed to be exhilarating and, you know, oh my God, it's such a rush. Like that rush is not a good sign. That means that you are trading emotions and trading emotions is only going to cost you money. And that's why it's so important, like just to accept that trading is boring. And I think I'm sort of going off topic here because, but it's all part of it. Like with your strategy, like you don't need a flashy, fun, over the top, like flickering strategy that, you know, is exciting. You want a boring strategy that you can implement again and again and again and again, because more times than not, as soon as I digress from my strategy or do anything differently, I lose money because I can't manage risk and I'm exposed to the market and I haven't collected enough data to know if this is going to play out over time in my favor. So it's important to accept that boring trading is good trading with your strategy. And just going back to that, when you have a loss, like it's okay because everything online is telling you that you need all these crazy win rates, and that's why you're getting so caught up in your mind thinking that this strategy isn't working or you need a new one or so and so's just released the new greatest and best strategy. But most of the time, all of these new strategies that are coming out are strategies that have been around forever, but they've just rebranded it and then they've repurposed it and selling it to you like it's something new, it's something flash, but it's not. It's usually just the same stuff. But if you have a few losses, like it's okay. Like you need to accept that and just realize that it's not just one trade. Like it's not just one outcome. It's a series of outcomes, like 50 or 100 trades. Like it's not about one or two trades. And that brings me back again to the losses. Like regardless if you have a loss or a win, you're none of those, like, how do I put this? All of your previous trades have nothing to do with your next trade. It's all about probability. So even if your last 3 trades are winners or losers, it doesn't guarantee or mean that your next trade is going to be a winner or a loser because it's all probabilities. And that's the mindset shift that you need to switch to. So other than risk management and then strategy, trading is all about mindset and psychology. And it's something that, like, I get it's talked about, but in reality, like it's not as exciting saying, oh, I have really good risk management and I spend most of my time waiting. Like this stuff doesn't really sell, but it's the most important part of trading. Like being able to be patient, being able to like take a loss and not do anything about it in the sense of like revenge trading or doing any of that stuff. And like I've been through this, like I've done all this stuff, like I've had losses and I've been so scared to enter, and I've watched really good trades play out in my favor, but I didn't really capitalize on them because I was scared, because I thought, what if it was what if I lose? I've just come off a loss and that hurts. So all I was thinking was, what if I'm going to have another loss, or what if this, or what if, but that's sort of where the mind goes. Like it's always, what if something bad? It's never, what if this trade plays out in our favor? It's always, what if it plays out against us, right? And that's why mindset's so important, because, right, you can have an A plus golden strategy, you can have an A plus setup, and then as soon as price gets there, that doubt creeps into your mind and you think, ooh, what if this trade doesn't play out? And then you don't take it. And then you feel the pain of the trade working out in your favor and hitting your take profit, but you didn't capitalize on it because you were scared that, the market was going to go against you. And that's why like trading psychology is so important. And that's why all of the videos that I make is, 100, 90% psychology. Yes, I make strategy videos, but you need your psychology, because a strategy isn't enough in the market, because your strategy plus your mindset equals your edge, because your mindset is what executes that strategy to allow the edge to play out. It's only half of the puzzle, but most of us are like, oh, well, this strategy didn't have this strategy had one loss, it doesn't work. I'm going to strategy hop. I need this, I need that. But realistically, like, it's just probabilities. It's just one trade. And that's why mindset is so important. It's more important than the strategy, because every single strategy will work, but you need to be able to execute it over an extended period of time to let the edge play out. And that's what they don't teach you online. That's the stuff that, in the videos they don't talk about. And that's why trading is so hard at the start, because it's always like strategy this, strategy this. Like it's like, yes, you need strategy, but I just feel like I honestly just feel like most of the stuff online doesn't benefit you. All it does is sell you something flashy, and you get attracted to the lifestyle and you get attracted to this and that. But the core fundamentals of trading is not that. Like trading takes time. Trading is hard work, and trading isn't something that's going to happen overnight. Like, they get rich quick, and, I've done it all. Like I've even tried to flip 1,000 into 1,000,000 over 10 trades. And like I've tried it all, but I just didn't have the right guidance, and I just didn't have the right education. And that's what's important. And having the right education in trading is crucial, because majority of the education in trading is just about flashy strategies that don't really tell you about risk management, don't tell you how to control your mindset, don't tell you how to build an edge. It's just the next, greatest and best strategy. But it takes time and it's not flashy. And you are going to have like so many times where you're going to want to quit and you don't think it's going to work for you. And I've been through that as well. But in reality, like you just you just have to keep going. You just have to keep pushing forward. But I say but when I talk about don't give up. When I say don't give up, you can't keep doing the same thing that you're doing and then say I'm not going to give up. You can't keep revenge trading and then say I'm not going to give up. All it's going to do is cost money. Like, yes, don't give up, but you need to start making the changes. Otherwise, it's just going to keep going downhill, because you can't keep doing the same things in trading and then say you're never going to give up, because it's not going to work out well. So you need to implement things to better your trading. And the things that you can implement is good risk management, stick to one strategy, and work on building trading psychology and a mindset, because that's the way that you're going to become profitable in trading. And for me as well, when I talk about a strategy, keep it easy, keep it like super simple. Like I used to have the most, you know, complicated strategy that was impossible to execute because I was so scared and I had so many confluences and I could never enter. And then it just didn't work for me. And now, like literally every Sunday we'll go on the Discord, we'll go live and we'll just break down the weekly trades. And everyone has been, trading a lot better and getting better results because they're simplifying their trades and they're making it easier for them to enter and exit into positions, and also to manage risk, which is the essential, when it comes to, trading. And another thing on that, like majority of the time, it's not a skill issue when it comes to trading. It's more of a capital issue, because if you're trading with X amount of money and then you're trying to make big chunks, you're going to over risk, you're going to over leverage, you're going to do all this stuff. But if you put $100 on a trade, $10 isn't much. But if you put $10,000 on a trade, $1,000, it's not bad money, right? So like, it's just a capital issue. So don't try to make too much with just little money. Like, always just risk 1% of the account, nothing more. Even just 0.5% of the account, like, there's no rush. And I think as well, like, one of the main things, if I could tell myself going back, would be just don't rush. There's no rush. Like, there's no medals for trying to be first place. All it does is cost money, put you in bad decisions, doesn't let you manage risk correctly, and just overexposes you to the market. And it ends up being desperation, like trying to be desperate. And the market will expose who you are as a person, and then it will take advantage of that, and it will take all your money, because it doesn't care. Like, the markets don't care if you're making money. The markets don't care if you're losing money. The markets don't care if you're not in the trade. But you need to do all of these things to be able to make it easier for yourself. And it it takes time, right? It takes time. And I feel like everyone's in a rush because they feel like they're behind, because everyone says, you're behind, you need to be doing this. Or you see someone your age online and they've got this and this, and you're like, oh, well, I should have that at this age because they said I should. So then you're trying to rush and you're trying to force it to happen. But you can't force the markets. The markets will do whatever the markets do, and you need to let them come to you. But yeah, it's it trading is not easy, but it's rewarding. Like, trading will, like, trading really will change your life. But the only way that trading can change your life is if you get out of your own way. Because the main things that traders blame, and what I used to blame, was my strategy, and I would blame the markets. But my strategy wasn't the issue. The markets weren't the issue. I was the issue. And I think as well, like, when you are a new trader, it's about taking responsibility for your actions on the market, because no one else made you enter into this trade. No one else made you put your stop loss there or you take profit there, or no one made you close your trade early or pull your stop loss lower. Like, you did that. And the I guess focusing on, how am I trying to put this into a sentence? I think the most important thing that you can do in trading at the beginning, at the very beginning, is focus on trying to work on your mindset, your psychology, because the strategy is easy. If you think about it in theory, for me, right? Support and resistance. Price is in an uptrend. I wait for it to come back to support. I buy, I put my stop below the level, and then I take profit before the resistance zone. That is very simple. But the mindset of being able to do that when price is coming down to that level and you think, well, what if I'm going to be wrong? That's where the trading psychology kicks in. And that's the thing that you need to work on. Like, but if you don't make changes, then you're just going to be still doing the same things. So I guess this is just all the stuff that I wish that I knew. And and that's it. Like, it's not even like super crazy. Like, there's not even anything, like, there's no golden formula, there's no magic potion, there's no nothing. Like, this is it. Like, it's not even, and that's the thing, like, this is not even rocket science. This is not even rocket science. Like, focus on risk management instead of profits. Work on your mindset. Stick to one strategy. Focus on process instead of, the outcome of the trade. Like, it's not anything, it's not reinventing the wheel. It's not anything crazy. Like, it's very, very basic stuff, but doing it is hard and doing it takes time, but you don't need to overcomplicate it. And, if it seems, and this is the trap we get into as traders, because it seems easier than what it is. And you think, well, it can't be that easy. It should be harder than that. It's got to be harder than that. But it doesn't have to be. It really doesn't have to be, and it's not. And that's the beauty of trading, is once you can overcome that massive hurdle, It is simple. It is boring. It doesn't have to be as hectic and as frantic and as, those late nights where you're, pulling your hair out because you've had your 48th trade go against you because you're seeing what you want to see on the market. Like, once you could open your eyes to what trading actually is, it is such a simple process and it doesn't have to be overcomplicated, but you have to be willing to accept that as a trader. So, but you know, I hope I hope this video has helped. And if you do have any questions, or if you do want to learn more, or if you need any extra help, like, just join the Discord. It's completely free. It doesn't cost you anything. We do weekly lives in there. We do trade breakdowns. We have a look at your like, I have a look at your setups. We do all this stuff. Like, if you want it, or don't join, it's up to you. It doesn't really matter. But if you do need the help, the Discord is free. It's always there for you if you need it. But I'll see you guys on the next one.